Hi there, televiewers. Thanks for joining us on today's edition of Prime News on My Media Prime Television. We begin in Kribi, where the scarcity of gasoline in filling stations in Kribi has led to long queues on the highway as drivers decry the shortage. This comes after fuel scarcity hit Kribi and other big towns in Cameroon. Get details in this report with Nolinga.
The national cry of fuel scarcity now takes its turn in Kribi, headquarters of the Ocean Division of Cameroon's southern region. For 2 weeks now, most transport facilities have stopped circulating for lack of fuel supply, and the new occupation of the conductors is idleness.
Around 2 weeks now, for this Kribi where we suffer about gas. We don't get gas when we put our motor around 2 weeks. We don't work as suffer for years, we don't suffer. We suffer for Kribi, no the work and not some more. The work around 4 stations now there for Kribi. Don't work for 2 weeks, we don't get with gas.
After listening to the drivers, we now go visiting a few fuel stations to confirm these claims, and of course, the same story is recounted, with rationality schemes already being adopted. In Kribi, there is scarcity of petroleum products, especially gas, and some people are already considering risky options. If I have, it's for my brother. But with us here, we've got some reserves because we get fuel from Douala. Now it's no longer easy. But what is going on with the interurban shortage in fuel supply? This stationary attempts an answer. If we lack gas in Kribi, it's not a new problem. It started from Douala, because in Douala, they give us gas just once a week, and it depends also on the supply chain. So even if the distribution terminates before the end of the week, we are forced to wait. Well, as it was the case with other cities, these drivers are left only with one choice: to wait patiently until the situation is addressed.
Onto this human interest story, several months after the kidnap and murder of a 12-year-old kid, investigation has led to the arrest of a suspect, 31-year-old Salamatu Nsah, an aunt to the child. She was arrested in the West region by elements of the Bafoussam Gendarmerie Brigade and taken back to Betua, where she committed the crime. Fon Quinter completes that story.
From Betua, East region of Cameroon, to Bafoussam in the West region and back to Betua, 31-year-old Salamatu Nsah, popularly known as Salma, is currently under custody at the Menji Gendarmerie Brigade in the East region, following accusations of the kidnap and murder of her 12-year-old nephew months back. According to reports, Salma organized the kidnap of her nephew aged 12 in the town of Betua, and with the help of her accomplices, huge sums of money was demanded in exchange for his life. Because the child's parents could not lay hands on the ransom demanded, Salamatu reportedly ordered the child be killed while she escaped to Bafoussam, where she was later caught by elements of the Bafoussam Gendarmerie Brigade and sent back to Betua. The arrest of Salamatu Nsah alias Salma marked a significant point in the case. Investigations led to the discovery of others involved in the case identified as Abdullahi Ibrahim alias Gaja Gaja, Bello Buba and Ismail Abdullahi. One of the suspects, identified as Suleiman, after demanding for the ransom, killed the kid. The remains of the 12-year-old kid was seen in a well, with many believing the boy saw his aunt's face while in captivity. 31-year-old Salamatu is currently under custody in the Menji Gendarmerie Brigade in Betua, where she committed the crime 8 months ago, while investigations are ongoing to arrest her accomplices.
A task force to fight illicit and fake drugs in Bamenda 2 subdivision, led by the Divisional Officer of Bamenda 2, Machang Nicholas Gongo, over the weekend publicly destroyed the illicit consignment that was recently seized, worth over 10 million francs CFA. Amongst the drugs destroyed was Panadol, very disastrous to the youths. Charles Kebwa now reports from Bamenda.
The illicit fake drugs worth over 10 million destroyed publicly were expired drugs seized with illegal vendors brought to book. Equally, those in conformity with rules of selling drugs who had expired drugs were seized and their doors sealed by the Bamenda 2 Subdivisional Office.
The city of Bamenda, we had a lot of fake drugs and even expired drugs being sold in the market. So we proceeded to put a task force to fight against fake drugs and illicit drugs, especially tramadol, which is really been very disastrous to our youth.
The task force led by the GO for Bamenda 2, Machang Nicholas Nkongo, fight against fake, illicit and expired drugs disclosed amongst the seized drugs, tramadol, which is disastrous to the youth and harmful to society, was noticed more in the public.
Last week Tuesday, and we had to seize a very huge consignment of expired drugs and other fake drugs, notably tramadol. And today we are here to proceed with the public destruction of these drugs, as you can see behind me.
Given the commercialization of drug is regulated by legal instrument, the Omachang Nicholas of Bamenda 2 cautioned the population to go in for quality drugs and join his administration in the fight against illicit fake drugs.
Mention that the health is one of the most important factors in life, and we cannot jeopardize the health of our population to favor those who are looking for money. So we are telling our population that we have pharmacies in town, we have regulated places where they can get drugs.
Health being an important component of life, it should be noted the right place to get drug prescription according to the health system is an authorized pharmacy.
Onto something else, the OTS movement created by teachers in the middle of the 2021-2022 academic year has warned against the possible disruption of the 2022-2023 school year if the government does not heed to their demands and fulfill their promises. Catherine Kongwe now tells us more.
In a 3-page document signed by the OTS-OTA movement and the Secondary Schools Trade Union, they have made 28 requests to the head of government and the Minister of Secondary Education, demanding the annulment of the 2 to 3, 1 to 3 form of payment, as they want a complete payment of their salaries and a massive recruitment of teachers in technical schools. The men and women who almost thwarted the 2021-2022 school year with their Operation Dead Chalk have asked for a sanitary pass on their professional cards to grant them free treatment as well as their immediate family members. These primary and secondary school teachers have expressed dissatisfaction over the non-respect of demands tabled to the head of state on March 18, 2022 and the Prime Minister on April 4, 2022. The OTS movement started in February 2022 by teachers of public secondary schools. Since the start of the protest, the government has said they have been fine-tuning strategies to appease teachers. Over 50 million francs CFA were disbursed, with 17.6 billion francs CFA for house allowances to 5,289 teachers, including the integration of 20,449 teachers. An additional 28 billion were given, and the President, Paul Biya, ordered that 2.7 billion francs CFA be made available for exam marking fees of June 2022 and 2021 owed by the Baccalaureate Board. 31.9 billion francs CFA has to be paid to public secondary school teachers in 2023.
On to religious news, Catholic Christians of the Annunciation Parish Bonamuseri Douala joined Roman Catholic Christians worldwide to celebrate the Feast of the Assumption today, 15 August 2022. The feast was marked by a Holy Mass characterized by the sacrament of baptism, thanksgiving processions, dedication of some cadets of Mary, and Thanksgiving processions led by the CWA women. Get details right ahead. The Feast of the Assumption, widely celebrated all over Christendom, marks the occasion of the Virgin Mary's bodily ascent to heaven at the end of her life. One of the officiating priests of the Holy Mass at the celebration of the 2022 Feast of the Assumption at Annunciation Parish, Bonamoussadi Douala, Reverend Father Gilbert Twekam, visiting priest of the Manfred Diocese, highlights the reasons why Catholic Christians hold dearly the feast.
And in celebrating the Assumption, it is a sign, it's a piece of hope. It's a sign that everybody, all those who believe in God, who Mary, can have access to heaven. And it's also the celebration of humility, because Mary, her whole life, has always presented herself like the handmaid of the Lord.
For Mama Foba Rosemary, a Catholic, a Christian mother, the importance of the feast cannot be overemphasized.
Our witness is through Mary to Jesus, because we know through Mary we can get to Jesus. This feast is a very important feast. Mary being the mother of Jesus Christ. In our daily life, we know how important a mother is. So being the mother of Jesus, it's something so great. You can see that at the feast, wedding feast at Cana. That's when Jesus performed his first miracle. And that was because Mother Mary asked him to do it. And as the importance of the mother, Jesus could not risk disobeying the mother. They say we adore Mary, we should honor her. I honored my own mother. So why should we honor the mother of God? God is God.
However, Reverend Father Gilbert Twekam pointed out some reasons why other Christians criticize the feast day.
The first thing we can say that criticism is due of ignorance and of the poor attitude of some Catholics. This morning, celebrating in another parish, I say it's wrong when a Catholic enters a church than to genuflect in front of the tabernacle. He passes the tabernacle and goes in front of the Blessed Virgin Mary statue to do a sign of veneration. That is wrong. The same as it is wrong that during Mass, some Catholics are praying their rosary. It is not fair.
The two officiating priests at the Mass spelled it out that Catholic Christians do not adore or venerate Mary, the Mother of God, but uses her as an intercessor to his Son, Jesus, God the Son and Savior of humanity. The feast was highly animated by Christ the King Choir, Bonamoussadi. Now, locals of Fon Quinter, a locality in Boyo Division of the Northwest Region, have replaced a damaged bridge on River Nguma that has been swept away by heavy rains. They came together in their numbers with joint efforts for the betterment of the community. Get to this in this report with Nicole Tako.
The people of Fon Quinter, capital of Bom subdivision in Boya Division in the Northwest Region of the country, have come together to develop their community. Locals say they feel abandoned by the government and have decided to come out in their numbers in a joint effort to put up a local bridge over the River Nguma to reinstate circulation. This bridge was said to have been destroyed after heavy downpour, cutting links between communities. With the use of wood, the bridge was successfully put up to the joy and satisfaction of the population. Though the bridge has been reinstated, its sustainability hangs on a scale given that only motorcycles and pedestrians can make use of it. It should be noted that since the coming of the rainy season, series of landslides have been recorded in the different regions of the country. As a similar situation happened in Libyalim, where 5 persons were believed missing over heavy rains in Lewol village. Also in Bonge to Beo, Estate, in Meme Division, Southwest Region, heavy rains have obstructed circulation on the road, and the road users can be seen using other means to go across, while heavy-duty trucks remain stuck in the mud. Again, heavy downpour in the town of Mafi, Manu Division of the Southwest Region, caused floods, leaving denizens homeless, making them to use canoes for transportation. All these recent occurrences have left many in fear and the thought of how the future will look like.
You're welcome back. Now, the sons and daughters of Modele village converge on Douala under the banner of the Modele Development and Cultural Association, Modeka, in a bid to raise funds for back-to-school mobilization for those in crisis zone as well as internally displaced persons. The fund of Modele was also there, as Colette Loom tells us.
It is grace bestowed on the Modele sons and daughters gathered from all over the national territory, privileged to have their precious fund, His Royal Highness Fon Ayo Wilson Uze III, in their midst in a magnificent back-to-school mobilization ceremony in Douala. Yes, a come together of the patriotic sons and daughters of the Modele people under the auspices of the Modele Development and Cultural Association, Modeka, from far and near, to show love for theirs. Oh wow, such a strong bond of love, one of its kind, in a diverse, lovely cultural display of the Modele people. A culture so sweet and dear to their hearts to always uphold and proud of. Since if you don't know where you are coming from, you cannot know where you're going to. Oh yeah, a village blessed with a General Aga, who serves the nation, and just like the fawn roaring like a lion in love as he rules his people in all earnest. Modele village, located in the Valley subdivision of the Northwest region of Cameroon, is blessed with an honorable as well as other great dignitaries, known for its uniqueness, with a powerful initiative aimed at
under the offices of Modeka, Modele Development Association, and some elites like the generals thought that we could meet here and celebrate ourselves and now think about the development of the village. First of all, we have something that is very, very key to us, back to school this year, because we have fought so hard to bring peace. There is peace that is reigning in the village, I bet you, and believe me. So a village cannot develop without peace, without education. So if you want to tell me, people are here contributing money for a successful back to school, Modele is a new Modele, a new dimension. And people have come back with a lot of spirit of unity and involvement in development. We are happy about that, and we think that it's a good way forward. As you heard from all the speakers, that from the president, from the fund, they want to thank the powers that be because they made our fund a pioneer member of the House of Chiefs in the Regional Assembly.
A developmental goal huge in its entirety.
Regarding our development aspects, we have so many issues which are preoccupying our intention. We have issues that regards to water. Our main point here as well, beside the back to school, is also to give a kind of support to the IDPs. We have the internally displaced who are in the coast, in the southwest, or in the littoral and beyond, who are looking for a way to go back home so that they can set out of the money we are going to raise. We also enable them to give them a kind of sustainable activities like cash crop, have a project of electrification and the medical facilities.
With this undiluted love moves, there is therefore an optimistic atmosphere that the Modele beloved sons and daughters at home and in the diaspora will continue to stand tall in.
In a related development, sons and daughters of Libyalim have agreed to enable the process of bringing back life in Menji, the headquarters of Libyalim division. This was during a one-day conference held over the weekend in Boya under the banner of the Libyalim Socio-Economic Conference. Emmanuel C. has more in this next report.
Existence since 1992, Libyalim is one of the 6 historical administratives of the Southwest region. Celebrating this anniversary, the sons and daughters of Libyalim say it is time for a new beginning for the division, a time to access what they have done and what they have failed to do. Minister Paul Tassong, who is a son of the soil, said that Libyalim shall never be left behind.
We get the impression, say with dignity, therefore down, down, down. say the other population for Cameroon will look like some kind of people. Why? Because we'll be the only division for this country where we own divisional headquarters that goes down. We like say, oh man, we don't die. No, we don't talk to say end. It end today.
After several hours of deliberations, elites from the 3 subdivisions of Alo, Fontem, Wabane, the traditional rulers of the 17 traditional fondoms, and those who attended the conference online, all agreed to tilt towards the path of development. But after this, what next?
I expect that after such a great meeting, peace will return to Libyalim.
Of our younger generation, education of the leaders of tomorrow, and we have come to the conclusion that we are going to push education and push activities down there, which is very important, and it gladdens my heart to see that we are going to take this bold step, and together, as the slogan says, Libyalim is not left behind.
So we are thinking that in the days ahead, we'll bank on the population that is already there, and we work with community support to see how we can clean the town and make it look like the traditional headquarters.
The minister delegate at the Ministry of the Economy, Planning and Regional Development, an elite of Libyalim, and a promoter of culture, Paul Tassong Jukang, while traveling back to Yaoundé, called on all the sons and daughters of Libyalim to get to work and make President Paul Biya proud, while promising to visit Libyalim soon.
Emmanuel Esse reporting. Now on to health. The World Health Organization, together with other health agencies, have approved the vaccine that was used for smallpox to be used as a vaccine against the monkeypox infectious disease in a bid to reduce cases and meet demands for a monkeypox vaccine. Get details right ahead with Bokengo Worthy.
The rapid spread of monkeypox and surge in new cases has caused a massive shortage in vaccines used to combat the infectious disease. According to the World Health Organization, vaccines used for the eradication of smallpox program in 2019, ICAM 2000, is said to provide protection against monkeypox. This vaccine was last week approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for use in a bid to help reduce cases. However, Dr. Mike Henson, a pulmonologist, says this vaccine has potential side effects, especially for persons with underlying diseases.
There's 2 monkeypox vaccines. One is called AKM 2000, which is a version of the vaccine used to eradicate smallpox decades ago. Now, it's likely to be effective against monkeypox, but it also has harsh side effects, including the potential for heart problems, and it can be fatal in people with certain conditions. So it especially should not be used in people with a weakened immune system and also certain skin conditions like eczema or during pregnancy. Never a good thing when the medicine or vaccine ends up being worse than the actual disease. Thankfully, there is another monkeypox vaccine that is
bearing lookalike symptoms with smallpox such as fever, chills, muscle ache, backache, flu, headache, vomiting, bumps, rash and blisters on skin. The modified Vaccina Ankara vaccine is said to be approved for use as vaccine for monkeypox in children.
The CDC says that Jynneos monkeypox vaccine is being made available for children through special expanded use protocols.
Worth mentioning is the fact that the modified Vaccina Ankara bears properties of smallpox virus, and according to experts, though the vaccine may be more efficient with less risks and side effects, everyone is encouraged to practice proper hygiene, wear a face mask, clean and disinfect infected places as well as surfaces, limit sexual partners and close contacts, as well as get vaccinated to help combat the disease and reduce the estimated 31,000 cases in 80 countries worldwide.
We now take you over to the Adamawa region, where the 8th edition of the Football Holiday Championship, known as Abubakar Kombo, has been launched by the local authorities. The launch of the tournament took place over the weekend at the Menganga Municipal Stadium in the Mbere Division. Get details ahead with Glory Tiashi.
The kickoff of the Football Holiday Championship, baptized Abubakar Kombo, was given at the Meganga Municipal Stadium in the Mbere Division, Adamawa region. This holiday championship, already in its 8th edition, is aimed at keeping the youth busy during evening hours, thereby reducing crime rates.
Par le passé, nous avons voulu souscrire à un rituel déjà habitué au niveau de...
In the past, we wanted to create a tradition whereby every holiday we launch a championship for the youths to keep them busy. We just launched the 8th edition of the Abubakar Combo Holiday Championship, and you saw the level of anxiety and affluence on the pitch. We hope to keep them busy all through the holidays till schools resume. It is youths above everything. Youths are our major preoccupation.
La jeunesse avant tout. La jeunesse, notre préoccupation majeure.
During the opening match, Gio the Football Club opposed Bonaberi Football Club. At the end of 90 minutes, Gio the Football Club was leading the scores 2-1. For 1 month, the town of Meganga will vibrate to the rhythm of this sport festival, which will strengthen ties between the various teams and players.
That concludes today's edition of Prime News, produced by Ewane. I have been Nsah, thanking you all for viewing. The news was compiled and coordinated by Editor-in-Chief Faith Tata. Happy Assumption Day, but do stay tuned to Prime Hour. Coming up next with Kum Leonard and his team. Bye for now.
Welcome to a new world of TV broadcasting. My Media Prime. News, discovery, culture, sports, entertainment. A BT Media Group channel with slogan, The African Eye. My Media Prime is 80% of content in English language and 20% in French. 24 on 24.